Well, folks, welcome back to stlouisblues.com. The Blues on the road for 2 games. They're playing in Columbus. They're playing in New Jersey. Before we come home, and on Saturday night, don't forget, actually it's Saturday afternoon, a 1 o'clock face-off. And if you come to the arena, we're going to feed you. It's that easy. You come to the game, and it's free food. Free hot dogs, chicken fingers, popcorn, soda, water, and peanuts. All on us if you come to the game on Saturday afternoon, a 1 o'clock face-off against the L.A. Kings. Blues have hit the midway point of the season. I thought it's time to talk things over with St. Louis Blues Hall of Famer Bernie Federko on just his thoughts on the first half. And, Bernie, it's been kind of a bit of a tough season from the standpoint of some of the changes. You're hoping and obviously pulling for such a great guy in Mike Kitchen. Things didn't quite work out. They decided they have to go ahead and make the change. And what have been your thoughts over first half of the season just with that move first?
Well, again, as you just said, Kerbs, it's very disappointing to see any time a coach is released and fired. But I think John Davidson felt that things had to change. I mean, I think the new ownership came in. John Davidson came in and said that this team was going to be a team that's going to start moving up in the standings. Finishing last overall last year was very disappointing for not only the players, but for the organization itself and for the fans. And I think he felt that it was time to make a move just because things had to change. I mean, sometimes you just need a change. And I think we're all, feel for Mike Kitchen because he worked so hard and he tried so hard, but things just didn't work out. But I think you have to see that since Andy Murray has taken over, I think the players have got a new outlook on life, a new outlook on the game of hockey, and they've really responded and played very well. So the last few games under Andy Murray has been great, and this is the team that we were expecting to see at the beginning of the year, and now they're starting to play up to the potential that they have.
Blues went out in the offseason, Bernie, and they signed 7 guys. 7 guys that had been in the playoffs last season. Has there been a better surprise and maybe a better signing than that of Radek Dvorak and the way he's played and what he's brought to the table?
No, I don't think so. I mean, what I like about Radek is that he comes to play and he has fun, and I think you see that the way he plays the game. He'll block a shot, even the game the Blues are down by 4 or 5 goals or up by 4 or 5 goals. He's still going to do the same thing, and he brings that spring-like air to the rink every day that he comes, and I think that really just transcends under the rest of the team. I think everybody in the locker room loves to see him out there. They want to play for him, and they want to do the things for him, and I think that's kind of what this team needs to do, is they need to start playing for each other, and I think that's what we've seen over the course of the last few weeks. We've seen this team come together, and they are playing together, and they're playing for each other, and that's why they're being so successful.
Think they're getting exactly what they thought they'd expect to get out of Bill Guerin as well?
Well, Billy, I think last year we all know that was a down year for him. 13 goals in Dallas. I think the lockout really hurt him. Not only the fact that as you get a little older in your age, it's really hard to kind of rebound and get going again. But I think the pressure that was on him, being on the executive committee of the Players Association, I think that really weighed on his mind. And now the fact is that I think he has a new outlook on life coming to St. Louis. He's with old friends in Doug Waite and Keith Tkachuk, and I think that's really spurred him. He wants to resurrect his career, and right now with 17 goals, you have to look and say, hey man, he's doing all that he could have done. I mean, he's at the halfway point with 17 goals. He's back to the old Billy Guerin that we saw when he played against the Blues. So I think it's exciting for him, and I know just talking to him all the time, he's very excited the way things have happened, and he really wants to be around for a few more years in this league, and I think he can.
The All-Star game is coming up in Dallas in just a couple of weeks, and I know statistically for a lot of these guys it's kind of been a tough year for some of them, but each team gets represented. Who would you send?
Well, again, I don't think every team has to get represented anymore. I think it used to be that way, Curb. So, I mean, I think that Billy certainly deserves to get an opportunity. I think that Manny Legacy has played very well over the course of the last little bit, too, now. So, I mean, that's a decision. I mean, it's so hard when it comes to all-star games because, I mean, it's what they're looking for a lot of times is not, it doesn't even, it's sometimes a position that they're looking for that decides who's going to go. But, I mean, there's some players on this team. I mean, I like even some of the young guys. I mean, the way Lee Stempniak has played. When you look at the young guns game and this and that young skills competition, I wouldn't mind seeing some of those young guys get a chance. But, I mean, Tkachuk has played very well over the course of the last little bit, too. So, I mean, that's a decision that has to be made by the league, by the coaches that are going to represent the Western Conference, and hopefully we can have some of one of the two or whatever of the Blues players get in there.
That was very diplomatic of you. That was very diplomatic of you, Bernie. Now, how about the second half? What are you looking for in the final 40 games of the season?
Well, I'm just looking for them to continue to play with the enthusiasm, the excitement, and the energy that they're playing right now. I mean, everything will work out for themselves. I mean, I think that, Andy Murray has instilled into them the competition, the energy level that they need to have. And I think that it's very important for the organization itself to prove to the fans that this is an exciting brand of hockey. I think we're seeing it happen right now at Scott Trade. The people are coming to the games, and they're excited about the way the players are playing. And I know that makes the players even want to play harder and better. And again, this is an organization that has a lot of young players. There's a lot of prospects that are watching that's going on, and it's good to have the older players playing well because they're the leaders on the team. And this is a team that's building for the future. Now, when you have to look at it realistically, the better the older players play, the better it is for them too. Even if they're not going to stay here, I think it puts John Davidson in a much better situation down coming to the trade deadline if he wants to move some of these guys. Some of these guys might want to get a chance to go to another team even and win a cup or be a part of a team that might have a chance of winning a cup right now. And in turn, by having a player play that well, you can get a good draft pick or a good young player to come back into the organization that's going to be the future of the Blues. So I think these are all positives. I just like to see them continue to play. Obviously, I'd like to see them play every game and get into the playoffs, and that's not out of the question right now. But I think I just want them to see play with the passion that they're playing right now, and I think that just excites us and makes it a lot of fun to watch St. Louis Blues hockey.
You come to a game where they're giving away free food. How many Nathan hot dogs can you throw down there?
I could probably get a half dozen down pretty easily. You know what? I like the relish and the mustard on them. I wish they had butter on the buns, though. Then I'm really excited about it. But really, I think what a great promotion. I mean, for the people to be able to come in on Saturday, I mean, especially an afternoon game, bring the kids out. I mean, if my kids were small right now, they wouldn't even watch the game. They'd probably just line up at the stands and just keep coming through the line. But I think it's just great. It's a great way to give back to the fans. These are a great bunch of fans, the loyal fans in St. Louis that have a lot of patience right now, and I think that people are really starting to see what this game is all about, what the Blue Note is all about again, and I hope that we get a real big crowd on Saturday, and hopefully the people not only get free concessions, free food, but they're going to see hopefully a big win against the LA Kings.
Thank you, Bernie.
Thank you, Curbs. Always a pleasure.
Folks, that's Blues Hall of Famer Bernie Federko, and the over-under is set. A Hall of Famer can do 6. What can you do on Saturday when the Blues and the Kings get together at 1 o'clock face-off? Thanks for checking out stlouisblues.com. Come back for more.